Here.
Kenneth.
Here.
Weber. Hoffman.
Here.
Slagle.
Here.
Zimmerman.
Here.
Stand, say the pledge, please. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, on your consent agenda, you have the minutes from November 16th and 30th, as well as the treasurer's report, the bill so far this month. Are there any questions?
I got one question. Reverend, is there a reason you didn't sign this one? It's the one on the school.
Chief will sign it. No, I will sign it, either one of us. I have one for Mark. Explain to me the five vehicle seizure, what that is.
That's the 350 ordinance fee for the village of Forest. That's just the money that's due to them. They get that money.
We keep the vehicle, but they get the
No,
350.
this isn't the seizure. This is just the 350 impound fee, the ordinance fee. Same thing the city of Fairbury has, but the village of Forest.
We're impounding their cars?
No.
Okay, that's why I'm
All right.
asking.
Let me grab the form for you.
Basic charge, what it was, is this is work iron jack. We told him we'll give you the $350 every time we come. So Forrest gets a $350. If we take the car over there, they get $350 for impound. If we seize the car, we get the car.
We charge the person the fee and then
They pay us and we give it to them. Hey, that's the way it was when I came in. The previous one approved it, so.
Yeah, well, we're impounding the car, we're holding the car here, right?
Nope.
No, they're holding over there?
Most likely it's going to Randy's.
Oh, okay. That's why I asked.
Any other questions? If not, I entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Have a motion floor from Alderman Slagle, second from Alderman Davis Hips to approve the consent agenda. Roll call.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Gervisich. Yes. Castleton.
Yes.
Kenneth.
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Slagle.
Yes.
No one registered for public comment. Martin, Frank, are here. Dwayne?
No.
Okay. Chief? You've got the chief's report. Leroy?
I got a couple things. Number one, we shut off the lights to the tennis courts out there, so if somebody says there's no lights, that's why. That time of year, we do have a use.
Because they've been on by, you know, so good.
And then the pavilions, did we get them drained today, Dwayne? Are they all done?
The water meter came out, and so Martin probably got it shut off.
All right. And then on the fire side, I have a fireman who'd like to go to two, actually it's the internet courses with the Illinois Fire Institute. One of them is for service field operation for 25 hours, and the other one is technical rescue awareness for $50. And like I said, it's through the internet, so it's toward his firefighter 2 license. So I'd like to get approval for that. That's all I have.
Is it okay if I?
Yeah.
I just didn't.
Just send,
Yeah, I don't even need to ask.
what's that?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No, something like that, just send them.
Okay.
Okay, Alderman Norris,
Nothing to report?
Curtis Hitch,
Nothing at this time.
Hasselton,
Nothing at this time.
Kenneth, Weber,
Nothing.
Hoffman,
Nothing.
Slagle,
Nothing.
Zimmerman.
The only thing is, at the last council meeting, we approved the Discover Central Illinois fee of $1,800
Yeah.
for next year. And the development group is taking a look at that, as whether or not the 3 pages is necessary, or we can cut it back to 2 pages. And if we do cut it back to 2 pages, it'll be $900 rather than
Just whatever they decide, we would put up to that.
Right.
Yeah, if they decide less, that's fine.
I'll advise you later.
Okay, good, thank you. Okay, whole business discussion, wind bids, there was no discussion, there's a sample of the, it's the one window we hadn't had, there's a sample of the Pella window from 4D Construction, take a look at it, it's like the rest of them, and then we decide what you want to do with it, so. First item of business, here's the schedule for the 2017 meetings. Before you leave, to approve that. It's the planning commission, the city council, and the dates at city hall is closed.
Motion approved.
I'll second that.
Motion by Alderman Hazelton, second by Alderman Zimmerman to approve the 2017 schedule, roll call. Who, I thought it was you, who was it? Oh, I'm sorry, John, I thought it was Charlie.
Curtis Hipsch. Yes. Weber.
Yes.
Slagle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Hasselton.
Yes.
Kenneth.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
The next item is a resolution regulating control of travel expenses. There's, Nancy knows more about that than I do. They've come out with new regulations, new laws regulating how we administer travel expenses. Illinois got a, they've set it up a per diem for mileage and all that. So anything else, Nancy, that?
Not really, just a mandate that every municipality has to have it passed
Yeah.
by June 30th, preferably, I mean, from January 1st until June 30th, but preferably by June 1st, by January 1st, sorry.
So basically, this is something mandated by state law. We don't have any control. They mandate how much you pay per mile and all that sort of thing, so. Any discussion?
It's not optional, right?
No, it's not optional, it's required. It's a new law. It's a law they just put in effect. I think some of our illustrious guys in Chicago are taking advantage of the system.
No.
So we need a motion to accept what they're telling you guys.
We need motion accept.
To approve your resolution, yes.
I move that we accept the resolution.
I'll second.
Have a motion for it from Alderman Zimmerman, second by Alderman Morris to accept the resolution regulating travel expenses pursuant to Public Act 099-604. Roll call.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Kenneth. Zimmerman.
Yes.
Curtis Hipsch. Yes. Weber.
Yes.
Slagle.
Yes.
Hasselton.
Yes.
This is, the next one, resolution to appoint Freedom of Information Act officers. That's also required by law. Nancy has been our officer and appoint her, so we need to make that appointment. She do want to handle Freedom of Information Act's request from the city side.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion on the floor from Alderman Kenneth, second by Alderman Curtis Hipsch to accept the resolution from Freedom of Information Act officer pursuant to 5 ILCS 140/3.5A of the Act. Roll call.
Norris.
Yes.
Hasselton.
Yes.
Weber. Slagle.
Yes.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Curtis Hipsch. Yes. Kenneth.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
The next one is to a resolution to appoint Open Meetings Act compliance officer, which is the same. And we do this every year. We have to have somebody that's an officer to handle any complaints about the Open Meetings Act. And then again, this and the verbiage are mandated by the state, so we really don't have a lot of choice. Move to it, that motion will be, we got a second. Have a motion for from Alderman Kenneth, second by Alderman Hoffman to approve the resolution appointing an Open Meetings Act compliance officer. Roll call.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Curtis Hipsch. Yes. Weber.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Slagle.
Yes.
Hasselton.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Kenneth.
Yes.
You have a request from people out on North Jackson, that corner, and that's the corner of the 900 Road and the Park. And it is kind of dark. They like the street light, but You also have the paperwork that came from the paper, from the power company, and they want $6,550 to put up a street light. Which I think, for granted, the corner's a little dark. As far as I know, we haven't had a big accident problem out there, but it seemed to me that $6,000 is a lot just to put a street light up.
Can we put a park light near the intersection?
Yeah. And I say, well, they would run from over a park lights.
That'd probably be a better solution to look into, because this is a pole and a light, and they want, it used to be, we paid so much for a light, and they put the light and the pole in, well, several years ago, they started charging, and it just, what they're doing is they're getting the fees up high enough to where it's prohibited. They're getting high enough that.
And we still pay them monthly too, right?
Oh, well, yeah, it's $9 to $10 a month for the light once it's put up. But they progressively jacked that charge up to discourage you from putting lights up. That would be something to look into with an electrician, see if we could pull off one of those lights and put up some sort of a light on that corner. It is a dark corner. I can't see spending $6,550.
Is 900 road in the county?
900 is a county road. That's 900 is the one that runs along the north side of the park, and then Jackson tees into it, and that corner it is a dark corner.
Yeah, I just drove through there this evening.
Yeah, it's dark. It's very dark.
But I agree, the costs are prohibitive, but every other area of the city has got lights. So if we can find some alternative.
Well, that's what I said, let's go look for an alternative. I don't have a problem putting the light up, I just have, $6,500.
So we can get county to split the bill.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way, we could hire an electrician, have him sink the post and put a light up and hook it to our park lights, and probably for a third of that. So I think that's what we need to explore.
That wouldn't be bad to have for the park either.
So we will table that and explore options on it. Okay. One of the aldermen wanted to put on here, consideration donation of gaming funds to the food pantry. I'll put that open for discussion. No one here.
How much is the gaming
It hasn't been as much as it has been. I think it's down to $1,500, $1,700 a month. It's not as high as it used to be.
Could be on the report.
Yeah, last time I looked, it was about 1,600,
Yeah.
1,700.
That's about what it's been around, the $1,600, $1,700. It's on the report.
They don't have a cash.
They don't
report
have
this
cash
time.
report for that.
No,
I guess I just looked at the last time,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was,
That's
one
right.
month was like 9,000, I assume that was some back page.
Yeah, well, see, there's one time that they weren't paying anything.
It was like 9,000.
What have we done?
I assume that was catching up from last year or something.
Well, in the last year, we didn't do anything, the year before we gave what we
We give
got.
it to them last year, didn't
No,
we? Oh, we
the
did.
year before we did, we didn't give anything last
So
year.
we're just giving it to them for 1 month?
So whatever you gentlemen want to do.
Well,
Before
I
we
just,
done
that's
it.
up to
When we
you.
first started doing it, we done it for 2 months.
We did for
November.
November and December for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Around the holiday.
Last
Pretty
year,
much this November.
yeah, last year we didn't do anything, so it's whatever you like.
October, the month of October was $2,349.
Okay.
We received
And it's
$2,349.
1,800 this one, right, we're at.
I'd say it's been averaging that 16, 17, somewhere in there.
Nobody knows what's in the fund.
No.
Well, I have a
so-
question for Jan.
We received 14,000 and some odd dollars so far year to date through October. And we had budgeted 16,000, we're already at 14,700 something, so we're way over the budget amount. I think we should do it.
I do too.
For that, give that.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
So the amount is gonna be how much?
If you want to, last time we just said we got that month, if you want to set an amount, 1,600 or whatever you want to set, then she can just cut it and do it, it's whatever you want to do. Because we won't actually know what we took in for December until next month. We're months behind.
We should have probably got our heads together and did something like young kids and,
Yeah.
coats or something.
I think they've got some organizations that do a lot of that. I know they just had a thing, I saw Tony Childers and someone's picture on the internet, they were out shopping for the kids. There's organizations that do that. So what would you like to do with this? You want to set it now, or?
$1,800? How much was last month?
Where do you guys want to be?
$1,800, too. I'd say recommend $1,800.
Okay.
I would second
Okay, a motion on the floor from Alderman Kenneth, second from Alderman Zimmerman to donate $1,800 out of the gambling fund to, who made the motion? Charlie made it. Charlie made the motion, second Alderman Zimmerman to pay the $1,800 out of the gambling fund to the food pantry. Roll call.
Norris,
Yes.
Kenneth,
Yes.
Zimmerman,
that. Yes.
Kurtisich. Yes. Slagle,
No.
Castleton,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Next item of business is ordinance amending chapter 5 municipal code. That was the water sewer. Nancy, I'll let you explain what we're doing.
Well, we had a water and sewer committee meeting, and, I believe the recommendation was to approve the changes as printed on the amended ordinance.
Very good.
Changing the disconnect fee. So that, everybody's got a copy of that ordinance. Are there any questions or?
I will make a motion to approve that ordinance as printed, which is basically reducing the reconnect fee from $100 to $25.
Got a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion on the floor from Alderman Slagle, second Alderman Kenneth to approve ordinance amending chapter 5 municipal code of the city of Fairbury in relation to water rates and charges. Roll call.
Castleton,
Yes.
Zimmerman,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Kurtisich. Yes. Kenneth,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Slagle.
Yes.
The next one is, and that's pretty much cut and dry. Paul has provided us with a copy of the levy. We've worked through it, we've looked at the numbers, and there's not a lot of changing. This basic property tax. If we don't get this in, like, I can't remember what, one of the municipalities around here did that a few years ago, and without this, you don't get your property tax money back. Paul's worked through it. These are the, basically, as they say, the numbers, there's not a lot of conjecture, so we need to get it passed so we can forward it to the county clerk.
We need our money, so I'll make a motion.
Yep.
I'll second that.
Have a motion on the floor from Alderman, excuse me, Curtis Hipsch, second by Alderman Zimmerman to approve the ordinance for the levy and assessment of tax for fiscal year ending April 30th, 2017. Roll call.
Weber,
Yes.
Castleton,
Yes.
Slagle,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Kurtisich. Yes. Zimmerman,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Kenneth.
The other is a letter received from Eastern Illinois University that Nancy has earned 32 hours out of possible 32 hours for her requirement for the certified municipal clerk institute she was at. And she's gotten a scholarship. She's got 1 year to go, and she's
Good
certified.
job.
Yeah,
Good
good
job.
job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have the overtime report.
Real quick, Mayor,
Yeah, go ahead.
on the ordinance, the levy ordinance, I think it's worth noting that the bond for the fire department was not
Was what?
levied. We didn't charge that.
No, it's not levied. Nope, it's not levied. Take your Chevy to the levy and,
Yeah.
okay, you got the overtime report, which doesn't look too bad.
Except for the 103 hours.
Yeah. Well, the one I got for the 2 weeks is 38.5 hours.
Well, the one thing I worry about is if I was working 43 hours overtime in a week. One guy.
That's 2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks?
Yep, 2 weeks. And he's covering because we got guys.
No, it's not too.
You gotta remember too, until April, we're still at minimum staff.
Yeah, he worked 43 hours between November 4th and November 18th, which is 14 days, which is 2 weeks.
Well, that's just the highest I've ever seen it. Stood out.
One thing that's come in since the agenda doesn't really amount to anything, it's a certified letter from MediaCom that, surprise, surprise, they're gonna raise the local station broadcast surcharge $1.15 a month, regional sports by 24 cents, and the family TV by $2 effective January 3rd. Well, January 3rd, 2016, they're a year behind, so they're trying to But basically, if somebody asks, we did get it, and KDTV is gonna, it's gonna go up about $3.39 a month. Do we have any public comment?
I must have missed this, but who was appointed the open meeting?
Right here, Nancy, she's both.
Okay, and then I have one question.
It's the circuit clerk.
City.
Or
City
clerk,
clerk.
circuit.
It's city,
You know, there's-
yeah, it's the city clerk,
City clerk.
appointed to both of them, yes.
And then I just have a question regarding, when you go into executive session. There was a, meeting, committee meeting you had regarding the windows where I attended. And at the end of that meeting, you went into, executive session
About
for
personnel.
personnel.
Right.
Now, how is that publicly disclosed? I mean,
You can go into executive session
okay,
for that.
can I finish my question?
Go ahead.
Because I think Nancy took the notes. And usually at the end of notes, there would be something that says they went into executive session. But there's nothing that says that you went into executive session that night. I know that you know, it's privileged, you can't know what was said, but just the fact that you went into executive
It was
session.
probably missed because we didn't have, Nancy gets the recording and then she takes it off there. Since it was an open session, we didn't record, we recorded that, but she probably didn't get put on the minutes. It was involving personnel. And we're going to go into one just a little bit for personnel and for acquisition of property, so.
And do you know what the date is? I can look into that and then get that.
Whatever
We've done
the
the one
window
before
meeting
you.
was.
The one that we, it's the
Oh,
one you were
last
at.
week?
It was a couple weeks ago.
I think it's the one I missed, right?
Yeah, neither
Oh,
John nor
the-
Dave was
yeah.
there.
I'm sorry, what?
Neither John nor Dave was there.
It was like the 16th or something, it was when I was in Disney.
That was,
I can't remember what that
It
was.
was the 15th, I think it was.
We have one tonight.
If it was a committee meeting, I probably wasn't here.
We weren't here.
I don't clerk committee meetings.
I would imagine, if I had bet, I'd say whoever was writing the committee notes just didn't really know.
That's what happens. We take our own
You
committee
normally
notes.
would, right?
We've got a form in here that we fill out and give it to her committee.
That meeting we had, I turned in there.
I don't know which one, what was it in
I
regards
have to
to?
go back and look at the
You were
minutes.
discussing
Put it on.
Bruce brought a window in.
Oh, that was last month.
But I made a report, I put it on
Yeah.
there. But my report had nothing to do with any session.
Do you remember what committee it was? I can look back.
I'll check the.
Check
Okay.
your recall.
Why don't you call me
Website.
tomorrow?
Your recall. Okay, any public comment other than that? If not, we need to go into executive session for personnel, employee hiring or firing, and for acquisition of property. Roll call.
Gertisich?
Yes.
Here. Norris? Kenneth?
Yes.
Slagle?
Yes.
Hasselton?
Here.
Weber?
Yes.
Hoffman?
Yes.
Zimmerman?
Yes.
We don't really have a motion to go into executive.
No, we didn't, nobody made a motion, yeah.
I'll make one.
I was sorting paperwork.
I'll second.
Yeah, nobody made the motion.
Okay, so do we
Must be the cold weather.
That's cool. We have a motion on the floor in a second to go into executive session. Roll call. How do you have that? Do it again.
Norris?
Yes.
Gertisich? Yes. Hasselton?
Yes.
Kenneth?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Hoffman?
Yes.
Slagle?
Yes.
Zimmerman?
Yes.
If you don't know,
And David
Now,
Gross.
now we're legal, now we're legal.